Good morning, students. Today topic is human digestive system. See, it's very important thing. You know what we eat actually. See, we eat three things: carbohydrates, fats, and the proteins. Now the digestion of the carbohydrates, proteins, and the fats give the energy for the metabolic activity in the human body. So first of all, when we eat something, first it goes to the mouth where teeth and the tongue is there. Teeth, they breaks the food into the smaller pieces, and salivary gland is there which secretes saliva. So the tongue helps to mix the saliva with the food. Now this saliva contains enzyme that is known as the ptyalin. This ptyalin convert the sugar or the starch into the maltose. So sometimes you feel some sweetness in the mouth. Now this food through pharynx goes to the food pipe that is known as the esophagus, and from the food pipe it goes to the stomach. Now food pipe is actually, it is a muscular pipe in which contraction and the relaxation takes place, and that moment is known as the peristaltic moment. Through this moment this food reaches to the stomach. Now the stomach food remains almost for 3 hours, and the stomach, it releases a gastric juice. This gastric juice contains hydrochloric acid, pepsin, and the mucus. Now this pepsin works in the acidic medium to break the protein into the peptones, and some lipase is there that also breaks the fats. But the mucus is very important. This mucus protects the walls of the stomach from the acid. If acid will be more, erosion will be take place, and some wood will be formed on the walls of the stomach that may cause the ulcer. Now this from the stomach where the food remains for about 3 hours, churning takes place and a semi-paste is formed. This paste from the stomach goes to the small intestine. See, a small intestine doesn't mean that it is a small portion or a small. It is a very long tube that is about 6 to 7 meters, and the first portion of this small intestine, that is known as the duodenum, and second portion, that is the largest portion, that is known as the ileum. Now this duodenum is about 25 centimeters long, and it receives the bile juice from the liver and the pancreatic juice from the pancreas. This liver releases the bile juice which is stored in the gallbladder, and this bile juice emulsifies the fats. Now the pancreatic juice which is from the pancreas trypsin enzyme that convert the protein into the peptones, amylase breaks starch into the glucose, and it also releases the insulin which control the sugar level in the blood. Now the walls of the duodenum, they also release the bicarbonates which makes it alkaline in nature, and this trypsin works in the alkaline medium. So it is very important. This alkaline medium helps the trypsin to convert the proteins into peptones. Now this partially digested food reaches to the ileum. That is the most important part of the intestine. Here, ileum releases the intestinal juice. It is the most important, that is succus entericus enzyme that completely digests the food. Here the complete digestion of the food takes place in the ileum. Now this sequus ventriculus completely breaks carbohydrates to the glucose, proteins into amino acids, and fats into the fatty acid and the glycerol. So finally the food is converted into the glucose, amino acids and the glycerol. Now it is a liquid. Now the next part is the absorption of the food. See this ileum, which is a long tube that contains projections inside which are known as the villi, which increase the surface area for the absorption of the food that goes to the blood, and from the blood it goes to the cell where oxidation of the food takes place, and finally the undigested food that goes to the large intestine and then it gets it out. So this is all about the human digestive system. I think it will be clear to you. Please, if you like my video, share it and subscribe. Thanks very much.